Oh my God! What's happening?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm just waking up. It's what, the 18th? Oh my God, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. As you can see, I got me a few of my hairs cut. But we'll talk about that here in a few minutes. I don't really have anything for you specifically. Let me get some coffee made. And we'll talk about a few, some updates, where we're going, and primarily why we slowed down a little bit. So as far as updates are concerned, I started a new old job. It's not a new job to me. I've done it in the past, and it's working with the school system again. I used to work for the schools here in Melrose 5-6 years ago. You know, I chose I don't know what you call it, what I wanted to do versus what I should have done. And I worked with the art supply place for probably a year too long. The money wasn't the greatest. It was technically a retail job, you know, but it was in the environment I wanted to be, and I think that was what was most important to me for a headspace. You know, I do have mental health issues. I do have depression, anxiety disorder. I also have PTSD. I know this sounds so weird, especially coming from a Gen Xer, but it was nice. It was nice, but I had to grow up and be a big boy, so I got a big boy job with big boy pay. I started the week before Christmas. I busted up my wrist, and I haven't worked for the past 3 weeks, so there's really no guitar updates, so to speak, because I haven't had the money. I did buy new blocks for the Black Jackson, the 2002, I think it was. I bought new ones of these, official Floyd Rose ones, and they seem to be working pretty well. They're working all right. I kind of got it strung up yesterday. That was such a pain, but we got it done. We got it done. I'm trying not to make this hand weak. It definitely needs a new block. If you remember correctly, there was a chip taken out of it. But there's something I think in the posts. I think they have a groove cut into them, and I might have to file it or buy new ones, because when you use it, it pops, and that's a telltale sign. And I've loosened it, reset it, and done everything I can. I know how to set up a Floyd Rose. It just, who knows who was taking care of it and how well or not well they did, you know? And that's probably a good reason why it was on a curb alongside its counterfeit buddy. And yes, I cut off my hair. I cut it off. I kept the ponytail. The ponytail's over there. I don't know if no, I didn't. But I kept the ponytail. I want to make a couple of my own paintbrushes with it, you know, different kinds. But I have always wanted to do that. So I started working in a kitchen, so they're like, here's a hat. I go in those stupid little hats and my chef coat, whatever. And they handed me a hand net, and I said, you know what? I've been thinking about cutting the mane. So, Christmas, I didn't really get too much to speak about here anyway. I got some really rad gifts. But most importantly, we got a noise gate for the Spirit Portal that we talked about a number of months back. If you recall, I was hoping to have it finished by Halloween so we could do a live stream with it and talk to the dead. Ooh! But money. Money! So regardless, we will get that going here hopefully soon enough. And of course, the Ch-Ibanez Fakey, we'll work on that when we can work on that. I'll give you an update on that here pretty soon. So I got an email yesterday, in fact, from a dispensary I use here locally. I'm a cannabis user. 20%, 25% recreation, 75% therapeutic. It really does help with the PTSD factor. Nighttime suck. Nighttime suck without it. That's all I'm going to say. But they did this loyalty point thing. It's funny. They did it for a while without telling the customers. And one day the guy's like, you got $150 worth of loyalty points. And I was like, what? So I started buying like decorative bowls that I'll never use. Like one shaped like a skull, and the other one has eggs and bacon for a face. Just really interesting pieces. And you know, the art of glass blowing is something I thought about when I was younger. I'm like, how fucking rad would that be? But at the time, there was really no, now there's people making a gajillion dollars doing it. But I got an email from them yesterday. It's a place called Garden Remedies. And they said, you have well over, I think it was like 320 something points, which is $1 per point. And I didn't really have any money to go in and buy any more stuff, and I didn't really need to. But I said, let me go get a hoodie, maybe a beanie or something for when it snows, maybe get my lady something to sleep in, like a nice long t-shirt or something. But I came across this giant thing for $130, and it's smell-proof if I ever, I suppose, want to smuggle Colombian gold across the border. I don't know. I get it. It's a pot dispensary. I gotta sell stuff like this, but I mean, this thing is awesome. And it was free. So I think what we're gonna do with that, I've wanted a bag for a while. I really want a messenger bag, so I'm gonna hold off on using this as an everyday bag. But it's huge. So what I think we're gonna do is I'm not gonna get into like survival stuff. I'm very adept at living in the woods. I learned at a very young age how to. In fact, I ran away from home once and lived in a small cave for a number of however until I was found by a sibling who woke me up with a gentle kick to the friggin' face. But I think we're gonna make like a survival / bug out bag out of it, and see what we can get. In some cases on the cheap, things that make sense to do cheap. But see what we can get away with as far as a quality product. Or I'm going to watch a lot of reviews of stuff. I want to stay away from Walmart and stuff like that for tools, but if that's all I can afford, that's all I can afford. And it would be an emergency situation anyway, so I'm sure I can figure out how to make it work. Back in the day, we didn't have all these tools. I had a hatchet, a machete, a flint, some lighters, matches here and there, I'm pretty excited. Maybe we'll do that here in the channel. We'll just slowly put the thing together and maybe test it out once in a while. I'm not gonna be a bushcraft guy. I'm not gonna try to go that direction. But this is supposed to be an adventure vlog. And we haven't really adventured anyway, so. The Mandalorian kit, let's talk about that. I put the Jackson, the Crackle one, up for trade. Guitars, anything really. I even put 3D printing as an option. If you can 3D print me a few things for my Mandalorian kit, you could have the guitar. So I had this one young man, early 20s, I say young man, I'm an old man now, messaged me. He says, yeah, I can 3D print you. Excuse me. He said, I can 3D print you some parts. What are you looking for? I said, would you do both gauntlets and shin guards? He says, absolutely. Send me over the files you want. So, I sent him over a couple files. And we got these. I didn't account for it. I have to cut this open so we can get my arm in it, And we'll be working on these here soon enough. But the prints themselves, the quality is okay at best. They printed a little off. I had to fill in a few things to make it work properly. This one here is pretty cool. It looks like it was originally designed to have a thing to slide out, like this is a support. But I don't know, it kind of molded together on his print bed. They're not the cleanest prints in the world. Let me just put it that way. I don't know if he just didn't know his settings or his printer's going on the fritz, or he might just need a new nozzle. Honestly, that's what it looks like to me. We did measure my forearms, meaning I did, and he adjusted for that. However, the shin, I forgot to send him my information, and he evidently forgot to. So I get these little guys. Now I can extend them with more plastic. I got plenty of styrene around the house. But we may go custom. I may only use one of these and like somehow try to combine the two. And they're really thin. Let's put it this way. I don't feel like I got ripped off because he seemed genuine. And the look on his face when he picked up the guitar, it was worth it. You know, I wasn't having a good time with it. I do miss it. I will. Some of you have said you're going to regret it. I don't regret it, but I absolutely miss it. And I think that's because I've been having trouble with the blackjacks and the DXMG, whatever the hell it's called. Sure, I also have the thigh pieces, which still have filler putty and stuff like that needs to be sanded and reprimed. So we do need to continue on that. The only real thing of note is I've been working on a Lego set over on my Atari Creep YouTube channel. Not family friendly even this much. I use a lot of bad language over there, and I have zero tolerance for stupidity over there. In the internet, there's a lot of stupidity. A lot of stupidity. But I've been working on, it's the Atari 2600 set. And I've been doing it live over there. I've got 2 live streams. But it was a project that started a while ago, and I put it aside, and we just revisited it. So if you're into that kind of thing, which I'm not a Lego guy, but the channel's called the Atari Creep, and I'm an Atari guy, so I bought the kit. $250, and even I was just like, why am I doing this? But it's fun, and it makes for good content, and it's going to replace my actual heavy sixer that I have right there. That's it. That's my update. That's why I haven't been around for a while, and I just really haven't had the feel. You know what I mean? You gotta feel this kind of thing. I don't do it for a living like a lot of my internet heroes do. Would it be nice if I could? Sure, why not? It's not my goal. Should it ever happen? Rock and roll. But I do it by feel. You know, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to do it. So that's it. So if you're here for the guitar stuff, there's plenty. There's plenty in the works. There's plenty in the works. I just need to get my income stream back going properly. Things should be moving pretty quickly here once we get back into the swing of things. God. The past 3 weeks, for tomorrow will be week number 3 in the books, so I'm not going to work. But that's it. So I hope everyone had a wicked, wicked good holiday. Hope you made it on the other side of the new year, safe and healthy. Oh yeah, I woke up Christmas morning with COVID. I woke up Christmas morning with COVID. So guys, wherever in the world you are, I really hope you're doing well. Thanks always for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. Until next time, take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye. We got a few places we might be going to here pretty soon, too. Maybe we should do some actual adventure stuff.